Hey there, come a little closer to the fire. Yeah, that's it. The night's quiet, the fire's warm, and I've got a story for you. It's about loss, but not the kind that leaves you empty. It's the kind that teaches you what it really means to keep going. There was this boy named Rohit. He was just 6 when his mom passed away. From that day on, it was just him and his dad. His father worked in a steel factory, hands rough, clothes always dusty. Every day, he gave everything just to keep them both alive. Life wasn't easy. Most nights, they had more worries than food, but somehow, they kept that little spark alive, the one made of love, faith, and quiet strength. When Rohit turned 13, he started cooking for the two of them. Every morning, before the sun came up, he'd drag himself out of bed, light the fire, and try to make breakfast. But one morning, the wood was damp, smoke filled the little hut. The boy was coughing so hard, his eyes turned red. When his dad came home from a long shift, he saw him there coughing, eyes watering. "Why'd you do this, son? You could have waited for me." And Rohit, that skinny little kid, just smiled and said softly, "You work all day, Dad. You shouldn't have to cook too." That was the first time his father cried in front of him, not because he was sad, but because he realized his boy was already carrying the weight he thought only grown men could bear. Time passed. Rohit studied hard, top of his class every time. His dad had a dream to see his son become a doctor, but life had other plans. One day at the factory, a heavy piece of steel fell and crushed both his father's hands. They had to amputate. When his father came home months later, broken and silent, he looked at his son and whispered, "First I lost your mother, now my hands. I had dreams, boy, big ones, but they're gone now." And Rohit, just 13, sat beside him, held what was left of his hands, and said, "No, Dad, they're not gone. I'll make them come true. I'll become a doctor, I promise." From that day on, the boy carried not just his own dreams, but his father's too. He studied in the mornings, went to school, and after class, went door to door selling soap for a few coins. The money barely covered food and school fees, but he never stopped. Weekends, he sold soap all day, rain or shine. But one week, nothing sold, not a single bar. He was tired, hungry, and the last date to submit his college fee was tomorrow. That night, he walked through the dusty streets, clutching his little soap bag, thinking maybe this was it, maybe this was where the dream ended. He decided to try one last door. If they didn't buy, at least he'd ask for food. An old woman opened the door. She looked at the boy, dirty, pale, starving, and instead of turning him away, she handed him some biscuits and a glass of water. "You look hungry, son," she said softly. "Eat first." He nodded, grateful. After a while, she asked, "You still go to school?" "Yes, ma'am," he said quietly, "but today, I didn't sell a single soap. I don't think I can pay my college fees." She looked at him for a long moment, then went inside and came back holding some money, 500 rupees. "Take it," she said. "Go fill out that form." He couldn't speak. Tears welled up as he touched her feet and whispered, "Thank you." Then he ran off into the night to submit the form, and maybe, unknowingly, his whole life changed that night. Years later, Rohit kept his promise. He became a doctor, a good one. The kind that never forgets where he came from. His father, even without his hands, lived long enough to see that dream come true, and that pride in his eyes was worth everything. Then one day, a very sick old woman came to his hospital. Tuberculosis, no family, no money, almost no hope. His junior doctors whispered, "Sir, she can't pay. What should we do?" And Rohit said quietly, "We treat her. Life's not about money." For 2 months, he took care of her himself. Slowly, she began to recover. When it was time for her to leave, a nurse handed her an envelope, her medical bill. She opened it and froze. There was no bill, only a note. It read, "Don't worry, your bill was paid long ago with the 500 rupees you gave to a boy selling soap. That boy is now a doctor. and he just wanted to thank you for giving him a future." The woman looked up, eyes full of tears, and standing there in the doorway, smiling softly, was Rohit. "Yes, ma'am," he said, "I'm that boy. You didn't just give me money that day, you gave me my life back." And right there, everything came full circle: a father's sacrifice, a son's promise, a stranger's kindness, all woven together, like a quiet miracle only life could write. You know, people always ask me why I tell stories like this. It's simple, because they remind us of something we all forget. Small acts of kindness aren't small at all. A smile, a biscuit, a few words of hope. They can change someone's entire life. If that woman hadn't opened the door, if that boy had given up, if that father had lost his faith, the world would have missed out on a man who healed not just bodies, but hearts. And maybe that's the point. Every failure, every heartbreak, it's not the end. It's just an unexpected experiment, something that teaches us more than success ever could. So maybe right now, you're struggling too. Maybe things feel heavy, and you're not sure if it's all worth it. But trust me, it is. You're not alone. Sometimes all it takes is one kind word, one good gesture, one stranger who chooses compassion over convenience, and the story changes. Before we call it a night, I want you to do something. Think of someone, a friend, a neighbor, maybe even a stranger who could use a little warmth tonight. Send them a message, give them a compliment, share a song that says what words can't, because you never know, that might just be your 500 rupees moment, the one that changes everything. Thanks for sitting by the fire with me tonight. Keep that flame inside you burning bright, and no matter how long the road gets, just keep walking. Good night, my friend.